OMG, OMG, it's finally happening. Welcome to Kahi Reacts. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Super excited. This is my first ever episode of Kahi Reacts, and today I will be reacting to some subreddits from Am I the A-hole? I hope you enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to subscribe, click the like button, and share this with all of your friends. Let's get into it. Okay, the first one says, am I the a-hole for leaving my wife at a party, going away solo when she was making me late? Let's get into it. So this was created from a throwaway account. It says, my wife 28 and I 27 graduated medical school in 2021. They had a graduation party since everyone was vaccinated, but it was pretty small due to the recent outbreak there. You could only bring one guest and you had to socially distance again. Her medical school decided to invite the pandemic graduates to this year's graduation event. They planned this all out last minute, only giving a 3-week notice, and that is what was happening. But my wife was very excited about it. She gets paid crumbs and works long hours as a resident, so I get why she wanted to relax and have fun. The issue is that I had a huge work trip the next day that had been planned for months. I don't travel a lot for work, so they went all out to make this comfortable, and I had a lot riding on it. If I didn't do well, I would probably be fired. But if I did well, there were 2 open positions I could be promoted to. My wife wanted to come with me, so my company comped her flight and we were going to make a vacation out of it after my presentations. We were flying out the night of the party to ensure I made it on time for the meetings the next day. I told my wife we shouldn't go to the redo event since we had to fly out and it would be very tight. She insisted we go. Since the party started at 3 p.m. and our flight left at 9 p.m., but the gala was 1.5 hours away from the airport. We made a plan to leave at 5:30, pack everything in our car beforehand so we could go straight to the airport. By 5:30, she just started saying goodbye. I told her we needed to leave ASAP, but she said no, we don't have to be there 2 hours early for our flight, etc. Around 6 p.m., this guy from med school who had a crush and asked her out multiple times grabbed her hand and pulled her to another table. I went up and told him he needed to back off. He said I needed to treat her better and let her enjoy herself. I looked at my wife, but she ignored me. At that point, I decided I wasn't going to try and convince her to stick to her word anymore. I told her I was leaving for the airport and took our car. There was a ton of traffic and security was a mess, so I only had a few minutes to spare before getting on the plane. She texted me horrible things. I never responded, engaged, but she kept texting me how I was horrible and I don't understand what it's like to have COVID ruin a huge moment for you. I disagree. She still had a graduation party. It's not my fault she didn't get a chance to dance. I don't see what the huge deal was, and conversely think she didn't understand that this would cost me my job if I missed the flight. And since I was making up to 70% of our income in an HCOL area, no idea what that is, we would essentially be homeless. We've been on tense terms since this happened in June. She brings it up a lot and is recommending therapy so I can learn how to behave in a marriage. But I don't think we need it since she's the one who caused this whole problem in the first place and should take accountability for that first. But am I way off here? Am I the a-hole? No. No, you're not the a-hole. You are so not the a-hole. So number one, this woman expected you to go to a party, not hers necessarily, but to go to a party because she missed her own graduation party. So she wanted to attend a graduation party. Knowing you need to fly out for work the next day, irresponsible, number one. And anyway, OP was dubbed not the a-hole, and I 100% agree with that. Okay, on to the next one. Am I the a-hole for asking my mom if she was sexually attracted to my ex-boyfriend out of frustration? Okay, let's get some context. I, a 20-year-old female, just got out of a breakup with my first love, who I dated for 3 years. He was a sweet man, but towards the end, he started to become hostile towards me, and I found out he was sleeping with other girls. My entire family knows the story and exactly what happened. However, my mother, 54, is acting like he is some sort of saint in this situation. She keeps telling me that he was a good man and I shouldn't hate him. She tells me I was too harsh and that we are soulmates, and that she truly loves him so much and he will always have her heart almost every day. She even tried telling me he didn't even cheat on me. As much as this frustrated me, I ignored it because I did not want to start an argument with my mom. However, my breaking point was a few days ago when I was catching up with family members who haven't seen me in a few years, and our relationship came into the conversation. They asked me for a photo of him. I told them I didn't have one because all my photos of us were wiped off my phone. My mom looked at me stunned and told me, "Wait, all of them? Are you sure?" And I told her again I had no pictures of us together or of him anymore. She then told me that I shouldn't have done that because of the happy memories. I immediately turned to her fuming and asked, "Were you sleeping with him too or something? Do you want him too? Why do you care so much about him?" She got red from ear to ear, got up and sprinted out the room while on the verge of tears. My family members told me that that was uncalled for and I was too harsh and I should apologize to her immediately. I refused, and my family members ended up leaving a few minutes later. I haven't talked to her since. Am I the a-hole? Should I have stayed silent like I always have? Okay, there's an edit. I forgot to mention his age. He is 20 like me. Okay. Number one, as a black child raised in South Africa, you do not say that to your mother. Oh, my mama would have slapped me. My mama would have, oh no, my mama would have killed me. Unalived me. I can't say the other word on YouTube. Unalived me. My mother would have unalived me, disowned me, made sure I was never born, all of those things. You don't say that to your mother. But also, kill it 2000. The 2000 era. The 2000 era will shock you, shame. The 2000 era came with extra courage that we never had growing up. At 20 years old, would I be the one to tell my mother, "Are you sexually attracted to my ex-boyfriend?" The slap of life I would get. So anyway, here are some of the comments from this. They said, "Not the a-hole. Dude cheated on you. Wonder if he wasn't messaging and begging your mom to manipulate her to get you back together." Another one says, "I feel like this is a possibility considering he's doing this to me right now." Okay, so that's OP. OP says, "I feel this is a possibility considering he's doing this to me right now. Ha ha." Why don't you block him, OP? Why don't you block him? And I bet your mom is not technologically savvy. You could just block him off her phone too. So anyway, OP was dubbed not the a-hole. I think she was the a-hole. I truly believe she was the a-hole. Okay, on to our next one. Am I the a-hole for telling my sister-in-law to choose my niece as a bridesmaid instead of my daughter? Okay, let's see. She says, "My brother and soon-to-be sister-in-law are getting married soon, and since my sister-in-law are very good friends, she chose me to be her maid of honor. My sister-in-law wants to have 7 bridesmaids, and she chose 6 people that are very close to her, but couldn't find the 7th one. So she asked for my opinion on who it should be. She was considering my daughter, who is 17, and my niece, who is 16, since my brother is close to both girls and loves them very much, so he wanted to include one of them. I suggested she should ask my niece for several reasons, such as my niece is younger and always wanted to be a bridesmaid and never had the chance. My daughter is not the girly type and wouldn't really enjoy it, while my niece is extremely girly and loves these things. My niece is extremely beautiful, the supermodel kind of beauty, and would look good in the photos. My daughter, however, called me an a-hole when she found out, and now she's refusing to attend the wedding. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. OP, you're the a-hole. OP, as a mother, I'm not a mother, but I feel like for all the mothers out there, you are the a-hole. I was okay. I was okay going through this and reading what OP had to say. I was okay with my niece is younger and always wanted to be a bridesmaid and she never had the chance. Okay. My daughter's not the girly type and wouldn't really enjoy it. Okay, I understand. And my niece is extremely girly and loves these things. I was okay with all of that. Super okay with all of that. But it's my niece is extremely beautiful, the supermodel kind of beauty, and would look good in the photos. That had me thinking you're a psychopath. You're insane. You're vile. You're evil. How are you a mom? No, OP, no. And I don't know how your daughter is going to continue having a relationship with you after that, because you have scarred that girl for life. And I am talking from experience. I am talking from experience. My father wouldn't let me go to modeling school because I was not girly enough. He kept saying I'd be a boy and they would mock me and do it, but deep down inside, it was just him looking down on me and trying to tell me I couldn't be girly enough. And he lived up to regret it. I made sure he regretted it. But yeah, OP, you're the a-hole. Okay, last one for the day. Am I the a-hole for not inviting my sister to my baby shower? Dun dun dun. Give it. I really should get some of these effects. My husband and I have been trying to have a baby for several years. We had a really hard time conceiving, but after a few years of trying, we finally got pregnant. We told our family the news and told them the baby names we had picked: Violet for a girl and Carson for a boy. We unfortunately lost the baby in the second trimester. Then we experienced 2 more miscarriages, both in the first trimester, and went through a couple more rounds of failed IVF. It was a very difficult and traumatic time for us. Oh, so sorry, OP. We visited my family over the 2022 winter holidays, and my sister announced that she was pregnant. I was genuinely happy for her until she told us the names she'd chosen. You want to guess? You want to guess? Violet for a girl, Carson for a boy. I took her aside and told her that I was very happy for her pregnancy, but hurt and confused that she would choose our baby names, especially with everything we've been through. And she basically told me, don't try to pull the miscarriage card on me. You can't call dibs on a name. Oh no. No. Okay. I tried talking to her a couple more times about it, but each time she'd say things like, you might never have kids. You can't just keep those names in reserve forever. Oh my goodness. Oh my, I'm not laughing. It's a shock laugh. Okay, I'm not laughing. Oh, and it was just so hurtful. I stopped bringing it up for the sake of keeping the peace, and after a few months, she told my parents she wasn't going to use either of those names, but wouldn't tell anyone what name they had chosen. Fast forward to a couple months ago, and she gave birth to her baby girl, Violetta Carson. I think that's how you call it. I'm calling it Afrikaans. Kasian, and I'm just so hurt. I found out in the early spring that I'm pregnant, and I'm far enough along now that the doctors feel pretty good about everything, and we let our families know last month. My mom and her friends have planned a baby shower, but I told her I do not want my sister invited. My mom said I'm being an a-hole for not inviting her over the baby name. But at this point, it's not even about the name to me anymore. It's the malicious comments, the lack of compassion, and the overall pettiness. So tell me, good people of Reddit, am I the a-hole for not inviting my sister to my baby shower? You're not the a-hole, honey. You are definitely not the a-hole. Okay, see, the thing is, I have 6 siblings, right? I'm the first of 6. And if anyone tried this nonsense with me, we would be having a burial instead of a baby shower. I'm not saying I unalive anyone, because I know my siblings would never do this. Like, we are such individuals in each of our own right. We are so different yet so the same. But we would never ever do something like this to one another unless like we were okay with it. Ooh, okay. She said for further context, prior to my sister and I, prior to this, my sister and I were on decent terms. She's always been competitive and attention seeking. That's the problem. Growing up, she'd find ways to one-up me or make my special occasions like my birthday party or high school graduations all about her, but never to this extent. So there's a pattern. There's a pattern. The sister is just too much, and I feel like OP needs to deal with this now while she still can. Oh, OP, you're not the a-hole, but your sister is a major a-hole. And I hope her family calls her to order, or she's going to keep doing this to everyone. And I bet it's not cute anymore because she's older now. So yeah, not the a-hole. Now that's serious emotional damage. Anyway, guys, that was it for our first ever episode of Kahi Reacts. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you click subscribe. I don't know, somewhere down there. Yeah, click subscribe, click like so that people see my video. This is not what you think it is. Yeah. I know. She's throwing up devil hearts. No, it's just impulse. But yeah, click subscribe, click the like button somewhere down there. Share this with all of your friends. Let's bring most of the Mzansi people onto this. I hope and I wish we get our own South African version of Am I the A-hole, because I am looking forward to hear how you guys are dealing with your mama zalas and your baby daddies and the magesas of South Africa and everyone else. I so wish we create a subreddit for Am I the A-hole South Africa, because it would be so interesting to hear those stories of kwenzakalani emateksini, guys, kwenzakalani emafreewayini, kwenzakalani esandini, kwenzakalani yonke le ndawo. I am super excited to do this. I hope you enjoyed the first episode. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Don't forget, guys, you need to like, share, and subscribe. See ya!